Alright, so we're going to be doing Rhea's first computer builder today. And so she's going to be doing most of the work. I'm going to be walking her through some of it, and we'll kind of step in where she maybe gets a little nervous or concerned. But when we're done, we'll have the hard work when it's done. We're not going to do OS install or anything like that today, and we're not going to worry too much about internal case cable management. Not to worry, I will be helping her with that either in a future stream or off screen. Alright kiddo, so where we're going to start is with this guy. It's the motherboard. Open it up.
Also, this is for my birthday that is upcoming in 2 days. If you're from YouTube, you can see in the description I have my Twitter linked and my what my Twitch is going to be linked soon. I'm going to start streaming probably in a couple days here. If you're from Twitch, my Twitch is Marialand, my Twitter is Marialand_, and my TikTok is gaming or .Marialand. So here we go. Done. How do you want me to pick it up? Does it matter?
So no, go ahead and you can just pull it straight out. Yeah, you can grab by the plastic. That's fine. There you go. Like that. Slide this out of the way. A couple components in here we'll use, but we don't need to worry about that right this second. And then pull it out of that plastic. It'll be taped. Okay. I just leave it so it's easy to get access to. Okay.
You can. Anyways.
So, why don't we go ahead and start with getting the processor installed. So the processor's the big box that says AMD there. And we won't need the heatsink out of this today because we are doing the install via with a water cooler. So yeah, pull that piece out. All we need is you pull this piece out. And you can set the rest of the box to the side. Over there's fine, where you put the piece of plastic. We'll move some stuff as we go.
Do you want me to take it out?
Yes. Yep. And it kind of pops that on. You'll be okay. That's fine. The sticker we can save for later. If you want to put it on the outside of your case, you may. So, you'll notice there's a bunch of pins on the bottom.
Is there somewhere that I shouldn't be touching?
Try not to touch the edges like you are. I think that's the best way to do it. If you look at the pins, though, you'll see that some of the corners look a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so you're looking for your key pin, and you match it up with what you got here. So you see how you're flat, flat, flat. Then on this one, you have that corner there, that extra pin. You're going to be the same thing there. That's right.
So
First things first, grab that little bar, pull it out and up, and that is what locks all those pins in. Now you want to match that corner with the corner here. Yeah.
So like this?
Yep. And it should just kind of drop right in.
Okay.
Just make sure that it's in there good and tight. Now just push that down, and that bar goes under that little lip there. So you go out to your left a little. Push it all the way down. Pull it to your left a little bit, down a little bit farther, and in. There it is. That's it. Processor locked in. First part done.
I just really.
Okay. If you see us looking up, we have the
have,
stream going on the television that's
Give me
behind the
2
camera.
seconds. Oh my god. I need a way to be able to like see chat from here. Are you gonna use
I'll sit down and I'll see if I can help you with that a little bit. Okay. So next, let's go ahead and get your memory in.
Okay, what do you want me to do with this?
Just set it over with the box there, and we'll get those out of the way in a little bit. So, for your memory, what you do is your memory goes in pairs.
Wait, where's the memory?
Memory is that right there.
This?
Your RAM, yes.
Okay. We'll just
So-
pull this onto this screen.
Perfect. So, your pairs are separated by one slot. Now, typically, and this board is the same as most, you want the pairs are every other, and it usually starts, the first pair that you use are the pair that's farthest away from the processor. So in this case,
Wait, so this is the processor?
this is the processor. So in this case, it's going to be this one, and it's going to be this one. So these pop down like this.
This one and that one?
Yep.
Okay.
So for this one over here, it pop those 2 tabs down just like that one. That's it.
Oh.
Yep. Now go ahead and open that up. You'll notice that the little slot in the middle is off center. That's intentional to make sure you get the memory in the right way. Same with the other one, as much as you can help it, try not to touch the little bottom bits. If you end up touching a little bit, it's not going to kill anything. I just want to avoid the oils off your hands and stuff getting on the copper pins as much as possible. It's got little plastic bits that kind of hold it in on either side. If you get one side out, it'll pop out on the other. It's pretty robust. You're going to be okay kind of yanking it out of there. There you go. There we go. Okay. So what you can do is you kind of lay it in, and you can line it up to make sure you've got it the right direction. That
On
little
this one first?
So take a look. See the slot in the slot? Does it line up? And you can tell if that doesn't look right, and that doesn't look like you got it right. Now flip it around just so you can see what it looks like when it's wrong. See how it doesn't line up anymore?
Uh-huh.
So I'd actually start with the one a little bit farther away. That way you can see the other one easier. And the corners will both just slide in on both sides and just kind of slot straight down.
So,
Yep, and now put your hands where I do is I put fingers here and here and push down with equal pressure down, kind of hard.
yeah.
A little bit harder. You're getting there. A little bit harder. You're not gonna break it, I promise. Harder. There you go. Go, harder. So let's see. Last little bit. Last little bit. They snapped in. There you go. That's it. So grab the other memory. And it'll just face the same way. Yep. And that's it.
Can I let go like that?
Yes,
There's a-
absolutely. Sometimes it's a little easier at this point. Maybe just push down on that corner and see if it'll snap. Close. There it goes. Now that one. Yeah, these parts are more robust than you think. There you go. You got that one. Perfect. Real quick, while we've got the board here too, you can see we've got a number of our connections. Yeah, you definitely feel free to start doing some peeling. Easier to do all this stuff now than once it goes into your case. Something that took me a couple builds to realize that a lot of this work is a lot easier to do on the board before the board goes into your case. Alright, do you have any here? Look like it. Okay. So the last piece that we're going to go ahead and make sure we get installed here now on the board is going to be your hard drive. And today we're going to do
What's the
an M.2. It's that blue box right there, blue and white box.
This?
Yep. Here, let me come around and get some garbage out of the way here.
While you're doing that, I want to go check chat.
Sure.
Bruh. Y'all need to stop spamming. Yes, I can read chat. Before y'all go crazy, I can read chat. It's just that it's on the computer over here. Or actually. I can see the viewers all together, and it's only y'all right now. way to. What's this thing so fast? Um, Give me 2 seconds.
You good? Perfect. Okay. Bringing up the
Trying to see if I can bring up the chat.
chat
on my phone.
information. Okay.
If y'all have any questions or help, y'all can ask while I'm trying to do this.
Okay. Well, we got to keep moving. We have a little bit of a time frame today.
So, what's next?
So the next thing is going to be to get your hard drive installed.
Okay.
So go ahead and open this up. In newer computer builds here, we're actually able to put this directly on the board. In the past, you'd use these slots here. You run a cable that came with the board. That's buried. That came from here, and then also off of your power, and you'd have powered your
Do
hard
you know
drive.
how annoying these boxes are? I can't open it.
Today we get to just put it here.
I can't open it.
There is your drive. So, given its size, we can put it in either location. And we'll go ahead and put it here. After your video card goes in, which will go here, this slot's not going to be easy to get to. Actually, before you do that, go ahead and set it back in the plastic. We need to pull this off. This is a heat sink that helps keep that cool. Go ahead and do that screw.
So why do we need to pull it off?
Because it goes underneath. This helps keep the drive cool so that it performs better, doesn't die as fast. It might stay attached. Nope. Okay. You can set that on the mat there, and this should just kind of lift right off. Yep, no, perfect. Okay. So,
Wait, there's a thing to peel.
actually, you know what? We may end up using, well, I guess we can use the standoff for that
There's
too.
a thing to peel.
Yeah, so it'll go on the drive. So your drive,
Ends up on the bottom.
yeah. So some of these have a sticker that will
Mhm.
be across these chips, and for this to work ideally, we take that sticker off. We don't have to worry about this guy. That's going to end up sticking on this. Now this drive is going to go in here, and you can see that we match up with that standoff there. Or it actually matches with this one, so maybe it'll just be easier if we move over to that guy and drop it into there for now. Then we don't have to worry
Does
about.
it matter?
No, it doesn't.
So,
People may agree or disagree in that statement, but I don't feel it does.
okay.
So go ahead and unscrew the other one.
I can do it if you want me to.
Yeah, if you want to. I'll let you. Sorry, I'm jumping in.
Oh my god, I need to turn off my.
Over here. Oh. Here's the other standoffs.
This thing is on my hand. Ah! Kidding me.
Yeah. Some of these are a pain in the butt. Sometimes we can cheat it a little bit by using pieces that are there. Okay, when I come take the other one off, we'll stick this drive in there.
Okay, what's next?
Alright.
Let me see.
Come on!
Okay. Now what?
Okay, pull this one off. Wrong way.
Down.
There you go. Okay.
This one also has a peeling.
Yep. We'll take care of that in a sec. So this guy will slide in here. And I slide it at a little bit of an angle to go in.
Which way facing up?
The chips facing up. We want those chips. Those chips are what produce
like,
the heat.
like that?
Yes. And it should, when it comes down, it'll feel a little springy, but it goes right on that. Let's see here. It should. There we go. Snap right in. See how it's kind of springy?
Yeah.
So it lines right up with that, which is perfect. So this guy, go ahead and peel off that backing. Alright, and then this piece slides in the little slot that's right at the top of this steel part.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now
And the
let
whole
go.
thing is going to go down and to that hole there, and so you put the screw back in. Now what I did for this one is actually left it up a little bit. Alright, and because now this is already standing off, it'll make it easier. That'll actually drop down into that little gap. Just to make it a little bit easier to hold. And get your screwdriver and screw that in. There you go.
How tight does it need to be?
Not like yanking really hard on it, but that should be about it. Alright, so that should be about that. These clips, we'll have to go in and see. We might end up having different clips that we need to have installed for, you know what, let's just double check that. Because that'll be easier to get prepped here as well. The water cooler is designed to connect to multiple different kinds of boards. So, what we need to do,
Do you want me to like move this?
that's good. What we need to do is see what it is. We haven't actually opened this guy up yet. So pull these guys out. Pull this one out. And we shall take a look real quick to see what we need. Okay, so this is your 3 fans. We don't need that, so this is going to be the kit that has all the cables and stuff in it. So, take the board, move it to the side a little. Here we go. Come on. Okay, so instruction booklet, got all our different clips, and we've got our power and controller and whatnot cables. So we will set those over here, the fans. And this is going to be the various kits for the different types of connections. And with Hope, they will actually clip to these here. If not, that's what this is designed for, is to go on the back of the board to help with that. So, take a quick look what we've got for instructions. Ooh. Okay. So, what this says, take a look here, kiddo. For you have an AM4. I can bring this in so it's visible. You have an AM4 processor, and so what it actually says is to go ahead and pull off the clips that are on there, and to drop on their clip unit. So this will go on the back, and it shows AM4, which is AMD, and how we screw those on the back, on the front. And then it looks like it clips in with these standoffs. It'll clip in around the cooler unit. So let's go ahead and do that next. Set that up here. Let's pull out the stuff. So look, Andy. So Intel, we don't need that. Control screws, another logo. These are the screws that are coming from the back. Got our initials, initial pass through nut there. And then these are the toppers that will lock it down over the top of it. See how that comes across there?
Okay,
So the first thing we do, we'll move this here and here. So this says, you can see, AMD, AM4. You can see that underneath there. So we want the AM4, so we're going to pass them through there. And it shows that it's actually going to pass through this direction and come up through the board this way.
this way?
So yeah, bring it back, and let's take out these 4 screws here. So there's that guy.
Are we gonna need them later?
We will keep them and we'll put them in the board. Is that not biting very well? Oh no, it's going. Okay, good. So I can grab a little bit larger screwdriver if we needed it. It's okay if it's not coming out because it'll come out with the plastic. Keep those separate. Perfect. There is a board that will likely come off on the back as well, and that is fine.
One of the things came off.
Yeah, that's perfect. Just you can set them all together there. Like I said, we will keep that and we will put it with your board. If we ever decide to use the a different cooler or the cooler that came with the processor for any reason, if you decide you don't like this water cooler, then we can just put these back on. What I typically do at the end of this is I'll take all the extra parts that are specific for this system, and I'll put them in the box that came with the motherboard, and if possible, labeled. And that way, if we ever need the parts in the future, we'll have them. Okay, so let's see. See these pieces coming out here?
Can I have 1 second?
Yep. So this is the plate we're replacing. This is the plate we're replacing that just came out of these holes. So we'll set these to the side.
So we're
You
gonna
can
now
see
put
these,
this one?
see how these actually match up?
Yeah.
And instead, yeah. So these screws are going to go through. So we've got our AM4 holes. So they've got that hex on them.
Mm-hmm.
So they should just pop through and hold in that spot like that. Okay?
Sure.
And I came through on the AM4 side there.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you do that with the other 4? Get them lined up.
Wait, so where?
Alright, so if
On
you,
these 4 little things?
yeah, so basically it's gonna be that inside corner on all of them. Okay?
Okay.
Once again, you kind of have to shove them in there. It's okay. It's just your the plastic is just a tight fit, which is actually a good thing. It means that it's not going anywhere. It'll make the rest of this job a lot easier. And you get it lined up perfect though for them to go in. Maybe I got them all 4? Okay, so if you pick the motherboard up, you should be able to slide those 4 screws. They should fit perfectly through those 4 slots on the back side, from the back side.
Is it fine for you
Yep, absolutely.
So,
Perfect. So if you keep your hand on this with one hand, and then flip the board over with the other, you should be able to just flip it and rest right on top of that, and then you won't have to worry about holding it anymore. Yep, perfect. There you are. Nice job. You're right on top of these screws here. You're going to need those. You might want to move those out from underneath. Go for it. Perfect. Okay. So looking at the instructions here, the next thing you need to do is you need to use those pass-through nuts, those ones. Yep, and tighten them down with your hand all the way down, and get them good and tight with just your fingers. I am putting the leftover parts in the box with your process, for your motherboard.
right. Wait, does it matter which way goes first?
No.
Like the silver or the black?
Oh. Is there a silver and black side?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. Let's see if it says.
Black side, silver side.
My guess is you want black side down like you did. Let's see if it shows. I'm gonna say go ahead and do black side down.
I already did the black side down.
Perfect. I guess that's a bit of protection for the board itself. And yeah, give those some good twists. Okay. So, that means we're now ready for the water cooling unit. Now the rest of these bolts, I'm going to go ahead and actually throw in here with the AMD package so that we're ready for them when that comes up.
Uh-huh.
So this is the package you'll need for that. So when I set that in there with the water cooler, and the rest of this stuff I'll put in here, including the bolts that we will need to mount to the case later. Before later. Moment. Some cleanup. When I slide these guys on top of that box as well, like it just inside the box there as well. Okay. So, right now, real quick, what we've done: got your processor installed, memory installed, hard drive installed, and we've installed the mounting kit for the water cooler that we're going to put on for cooling your processor. So I don't think we could take it much farther than that until it's in the case. So next up, let's get her into the case. All right. So take the back off your case.
So this is our first time opening.
Kind of, I cheated and got in once. So I wanted to make sure that all the bits and bobs were there.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that it holds on, so it's easier to take it on and off.
Yeah,
Set
just
that.
saying
We'll set
it's
it back here. We're going to find a safe place to put the glass as well. We'll re-aud all that when we're done. So this little box here is all of your parts for things inside the case. You've got a bunch of your cable connectors and stuff here too, which we'll be getting to in a little bit.
Okay.
So
Do you want to turn it so they can see it?
that's why I turned it. So I did turn it.
Oh, so you can see through the glass?
Yeah. So it's okay. We're actually gonna do all the work on this side. So these will screw off. You just gotta turn them with your fingers. I'm gonna hold my hand on the glass while you loosen those up. I've never actually taken this piece off.
Plastic, I think.
Yeah. Let's leave that on there for now while we're doing everything. There's definitely practical. Okay, so yeah, those come out completely. Just looking. Making sure everything looked alright.
These are heavy.
The bolts? No, they're holding on a very, very heavy piece of glass. Now, the most unfortunate thing that can happen is to lose this piece of glass. So it just pops on. See these little rubber seals it was on? They're in those holes, and then it comes right out. Pick that up. You can feel that's pretty heavy too. It's real glass. It's tempered glass. So I'm gonna set this over
Yeah,
here.
don't trust me with that, please.
And we will not worry about putting that back on until the very, very end of the build. We don't want to mess with it. Okay, so next phases of the build. So what we need to do now is we need to prep this thing for the motherboard. So if we take a look, see all these holes that have little silver bits on them?
Yep. There's that, this, over here,
So-
over there,
yeah, so
over there.
We'll have 9 of them total. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay? Now, when we install this, oh, there's one last piece. Oh, no, it's actually built into it. Cool. Okay, sometime I'll show you real quick. See this cover right here?
Yeah,
Oftentimes it's actually not on it. It is a separate piece.
yeah.
And you have to pop it into the case before you put the board in. And this case looks like it is already on it. That needs to line up. Turn this. That needs to line up right here. And so that's how you get access to all
so
your
it's
ports.
going to go in like vertically?
So it will go in, yeah, it'll go in
Wait,
like
so
like that. Exactly like that.
like
Yep.
this.
Yep. With this lining up
Lots of pokies.
right here. Yeah, that's why we're doing it on the mat, because if not, those pokies would be getting caught on the pool tables.
Yeah, we're totally doing this on a pool table.
It's good,
This is
good
the-
height.
This is the biggest area we
Solid,
have.
keeps the cameras fairly steady, so that works. So some cool things with your case. You've got these slots,
Can I see?
yeah, that are designed specifically for being able to run your cables through to your
Are they
motherboard.
latex?
They're probably silicon. They might be rubber. This fan, this is actually where we're going to put that that heatsink. Is back in here, so this fan can be removed. I'm hoping we're going to.
Huh?
Big. That is going to be close. We will determine that one when we get there. While you're checking that, I'm gonna test something real quick. This is a big radiator actually, kiddo. So the question is, does it fit anywhere? If we could fit it on the outside, which we'll have to check, we should be able to fit it there, but then we can't fit the fans on it. We have to put the fans in the back.
So what are we gonna do? Wait, what is
I
that
don't know
for?
if this case handles that though, so let's take a look real quick.
Wait, what is it? What?
I'm curious if our donated cooler will actually fit. And the answer is, I don't know. Well, that might pop out, and then we might be able to go a little bit lower with it. Okay. Let's see if, because there are screw mounts, we might be able to pop out the drive tray that's back here, this part here, and then have the cooler take the full front section. We will, actually we should probably do that now. So let's take a look. So first thing we're going to do is pop off this front piece. And so if you take a look here, see these little clips?
Yeah. That's,
We have to pinch them in.
and then take them out.
And yeah, there we go, there we go. And then, same thing here. Go,
Can I try?
go.
Or no?
Yeah, if you want. They're just kind of a tough, I know you don't like doing things where it kind of hurts your fingers. You gotta try and pinch that together and push out. And then this one. Okay, go and set it down. There we go. Okay, so we've got our cable connectors running through. Up. Sorry.
Go for the
It-
bottom piece right there.
I'm done for now. Set this up here. So all these connections are for all your buttons and
Right.
your controls up here.
Can I?
Mm-hmm.
Turn this like that so y'all can see.
Sure. So what I'd like you to do is disconnect this fan with these 4 screws.
Screwdriver question mark?
What?
What screwdriver do I need?
It looks like it was Phillips. So the star shape. So that one right there. Yep.
Having a hard time.
Biting. Let me see. Is it too small?
I don't know. Might just be me.
Okay. You have some other screwdrivers there if you need it.
Sorry.
Almost grabbing it. I see it is a little teeny bit bigger. This might actually work a little bit better on our multi-tool. Push into it a little bit harder as you do it.
Oh, this is too.
You're at an angle.
No.
So when you do it, make sure you're straight on. Okay, it'll bite better, and you gotta kind of push in. See, I'm almost
Yeah.
bending that metal a little bit. Give it a little bit of a push and then twist it. There you go. That's it. You know, a little bit of muscle there. You're angling again towards you. There you go. As straight as possible. A little bit more difficult. Now you can probably use this guy. Might be easier to use. Now that it's loose.
Can I just loosen the elbow one?
Yep. As you can see, we've got mount points all the
I
way.
swear to God.
Here, I'll get them loose for you.
Chit chat.
You want me to just pull this off the rest of the way?
Hmm?
You want me to just pull this off the rest of the way? You want to take care of it from there?
Whoever put these screws in.
They're just a different kind of screw. See how the threads are really big? It's actually designed to hold these in tight so that they don't shake loose. There's so much vibration that can come from fans because they're moving so fast. Some of these fans, most of them are rated for anywhere from like 1,200 to 1,600 rotations a minute. 1,200. Some of them will get up in the 3,000 or 4,000s. Some of the ones that I use for my servers at work get substantially faster than that. Little fans that are like little jet engines. But those ones don't have to be quiet. Everything built here is designed to be a little bit quieter. So the big things you pay for. Usually more expensive fans are a lot quieter. Or they've got a whole bunch of lights on them. Oh, did we lose the camera? Did it click?
Yeah.
Okay. So go over to it real quick.
To what?
Software. Okay. Do we? No. So it looks like nope. We did lose it. Okay. So let's
Turn it
do
back on.
stop and go ahead and click start.
Make sure that the correct model is selected. I can refresh it.
Hold on. Refresh. Tell me when you click start.
Start.
Sorry about that, guys. Oh, did we lose it? We might have
Well,
lost power. Okay, not a problem. We will continue. Most of this at this point is going to be focused here anyway, so we will.
we're just gonna move the cameras a little bit.
Why don't you bring that one to center? And
Give us 2 seconds, guys. Sorry.
Bring that guy to center, or even just expand it over everything, and we'll just make that our main. There we go. Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
That works.
Okay. If y'all are watching, can y'all say if it's good or not? Might be a little straight.
So I'll just be up front. It does fit exactly right there.
Sorry guys, I'm still trying to. What are you doing? Are you, like,
What am I
reading?
doing? I am prepping for the, I'm modifying the case. Something that doesn't, I mean, it pertains to the build, but one of those things we normally wouldn't have had to have done. So one of the things we had is Maria had a really cool water cooler donated to her as part of this build from a friend. And this water cooler is massive. And it wasn't originally part of the spec, but from what I read, it was like, oh, it should fit. What it looks like is that we have to actually customize out the case a little bit in order to get it to fit.
Also,
Look at that.
just to give a little bit of backstory, not too much, but
That's cool.
my dad and his friends and stuff are like really big into what's it called, like tech and stuff. Like they're all really good with Mac and everything. So I mean, this whole thing we've gotten help, or specifically I have, from my dad and his friends. But yeah,
Okay.
thanks to you guys for being patient.
I'm thinking that let's go ahead because of how tight this
Can I have
is.
1 more second, or?
Yeah. Is it alright? Would you like me to go ahead and mount this piece of it? Or you want me to wait for you on? I'm happy to wait.
We'll wait 2 seconds.
Not a problem. I'll find the parts. We will see. Let's see. Put the screws in here. are.
Okay. I got chat working, so now you can see the chat on screen.
Oh, cool. We'll be able to watch it while we're up there and see what people are saying.
So we might have like a 30-second delay to reacting.
Okay.
To people who are chatting, just because, yeah. I'm going to.
Of course. Slow is the first one to comment.
Well, it's because she said come back, boys.
I saw that. Alright, kiddo. What are you doing?
Everything's looking so fast.
It sounds like you're playing a game over there. What's going on?
No, I have to take something off, but it's hard to do it. Huh?
I am one of these screws in.
A rip. Y'all are weird.
Should be. Yeah, it must just be the paint.
Also, Eddie, the white thing is all the specs of my PC.
Okay.
Y'all are annoying. Okay. So I think I got this. Correctly.
Okay.
If you look up above, you can see it.
Yeah, I've been watching it. Okay. Shift some stuff around. Put this back for now. Get back to it later.
You like just took apart the whole case.
Yeah, I had to. I'll
Just
show
to
you.
get
I'll show
one
you what I
piece in?
did. Yep. So this radiator. So this is a radiator, and what a radiator does is it allows the fluid that's pumping. So this is a pump.
Mm-hmm.
Here, bring it to the camera. So this is a pump. This pump is pumping fluids in. One of these is an intake, and one of them is output. So it pumps fluid through. Oh my goodness, this had a cover on it and it came off
So why does it need a cover?
because it protects the, it's thermal paste. We wiped a little bit, so we might actually add just a little teeny drop there to make sure that we've got appropriate thermal paste coverage on there. So fluid goes in and out and it pumps fluid through all these little ribs. And then we have fans in there pushing air through it. And what that air does is it cools it off.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay. How
So-
long? How much longer do you think this boat is gonna take?
I don't know, we are getting into it for sure. Okay, so I'm going to shift things to the side a little bit here. I think that, yeah, that's visible there. So what you need to do is right here, we have 3 fans. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you have to put them on here?
Yep. So this is going to go in with the radiator down. And so we're going to probably want to feed the fans back behind so we don't have to see it. So that means that if this is the way the case is, this radiator is going in here with these hoses sticking out this way. That means we want these to be on that side, like this. Okay? Feel those rubberized edges on them? That's going to help with vibration, which helps with noise.
So, what do we do? Like, do we put
So right
screws
now, I'll go like that, and then,
in? Do we have like screws we have to put in?
yep. "12 specialized long screws go all the way through. We'll go right there and bite right in. Okay? So, you want the dude looking up,
Mm-hmm.
and then those screws set up.
And wait, like, are you? Just help me when the next one comes.
Yep. You've got it. Okay.
How tight do these have to be?
Decently tight.
Like, it's tight. Like, perfect.
Yes.
It's like getting tight right away. Is that?
Yeah,
Good.
because it's just barely there, so it should only. And plus, the other thing is, if you take a look, see how these were painted.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a little bit hard to screw in because there's paint actually in the way of the screw
Yeah.
path. Oh, maybe.
I'm not sure if should I be putting it in a lot harder?
You want to use this again? Why don't I go downstairs real quick and grab you
A better
a
one.
bigger screwdriver? Yeah, those will bite in. Okay, so I'll be right back. In the meantime, you can try kind of get them lined up. And if you want to try and get the next fan lined up, you can.
I'm gonna fail it. Hot. You have lights downstairs. And no, if anybody's just coming into the stream, I'm not this small. I'm actually tall-ish. Also, if you're here and want to say, like hi or something, I'll say hi right back. Just working on putting in the screws. Also, I'm gonna also totally take this moment to plug my other things, my other socials. My Twitter is at Merlin_. My TikTok is at .Merlin, and my new Twitch that's going to be, I'm going to be streaming on soon, but it is a thing currently, is Maria Land, I believe. And if somehow you guys couldn't tell already, yes, my like online gamer tags and stuff is Merlin.
There you go. That's where it might be a little easier. So as you, never mind, you're good. When you're doing the ones closer to the radiator, try not to jab the radiator. The squiggly, the big piece is the radiator, and the squiggly metal, you don't want to actually puncture anything.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Sure. This whole thing's a radiator. You don't want to damage any of this in here.
Knowing me, I'm going to.
It's little bits of pinched metal, and if you poke it open, then it'll leak.
Is it okay if I put my
Yeah, of
hand
course.
on
Yeah,
it?
no, you're fine. You can handle a lot. It's just you jabbed it really hard. The only potential issue.
Probably have more of a chance of jabbing my own hand than that. Both will hurt.
So,
Whether it's like emotionally or no, whether it's physically or
sure.
like emotionally.
These two pieces here are the pieces I removed, and they were in this gap down here. This is actually for
Do I
holding
have to
standard
have this
hard drives.
tight?
Pretty tight. You don't want it moving around. And if you want to get them on there and have me do the last little bits, I'm happy to. You just let me know where you'd like me to step in.
Is there like a chair we can bring in or something?
Yeah, sure. Get your toes. Have a seat.
I may have to move it down a little bit.
I wanted to keep you up high enough where you could get to it as well. You can drop down a little bit.
Okay, can you bring me the next one?
The what? Yeah. Next fan.
Not sure. I think I did this one now.
We'll go through and we'll verify in the end.
I'm making it as tight as I can make it. I'm out of breath from that. I feel like I shouldn't be out
So-
of breath from that.
You have to watch this cable. You want to pinch it in there. You should be fine. You can go on either side. Doesn't really matter. There you go.
Is that bad?
It's just the hole and line up in one spot is your only thing. Sorry, I was just yelling that right on top of the speaker or the microphone.
Do I just do it like that?
Yeah.
Like that?
I do my lol dancey dance.
She meant to say little. It's a song from TikTok. Do my little dancey dance.
Okay.
Boomer.
Not that old. Not that old.
You're old though.
Boomer is a term that my generation came up with for your grandparents' generation.
Yeah, but our generation made it like actually useful. You know what I'm trying? I don't think it's in because I'm like,
It's twisted, so it's not in.
is there supposed to be space in between?
There. There it goes. Oh.
That's
Sorry,
your fault.
The cable got pinched. We didn't want to do it anyway. So when I put my finger on it, I can't wiggle it anymore. That means it's sitting right on that hole. Give it some pressure while I do it. Push down a little bit. Gotta get through that tape or that paint. Did it bite? There it goes. Nice. Okay. Earlier today, you mentioned you wanted me to take care of the little standoffs that go off of this for the motherboard.
Mhm.
Did you still want me to do that?
What's that?
Little metal pieces that stick up off of out of your case that the motherboard will line up to actually screw into the board. So they're not. So you put the bolts
It's
down.
hard.
You're welcome to do all of this, any of it. You're welcome to put me to work.
I honestly don't know.
Okay. Not a problem.
And again, if there's anybody new here, I have no idea what the account is, but if there is anybody new here, this build isn't just like for anything random. It's not for Christmas, it's for my birthday. It's coming up in 2 days. Do I say my age?
That's fine.
My birthday is on the 21st of December, and I will be turning 13. So.
I didn't say you give your birthday. Let's see here. Oh, right in front of you. What's up?
Thank you very much. Yes, building this computer is very exciting.
Okay. So your case actually came with a tool. It was designed to put these little stands on. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
That helps.
I don't know what that means.
It just means that you've got one less thing that you have to worry about trying to hold. And what it lets you do is it has a little screwdriver adapter on it. That's pretty cool.
What? Spraying people?
Yeah. And the birthday wishes too, that's awesome.
I hate it when I notice that they're off center, which means I have to screw the other one tighter.
Well, we can go through and we can adjust that a little bit once you got them all on too. A big part of it is that initial screwing. And sometimes if you screw down a ways, loosen a little bit and screw again, it'll help break apart that paint. But if you look at these holes here, you can see how the paint
Yeah.
actually goes all the way to the hole a little bit because they prep all of the metal first.
Can you
We
set
get
up
holes
the
and
next
stuff in
fan?
it. What?
Can you set up the next one?
Yeah, it's right there.
Sure.
Sure.
Wally Storm calls you the best dad ever.
Thank you. Trust me, she doesn't think that way all the time, but wins today for sure. There you go.
It's also always very interesting having a birthday 4 days before Christmas.
And I mean, at this point, most people have felt it, but COVID birthdays have not been the easiest, and it kind of sucks to have a bigger birthday, like turning 13, becoming a teenager, landing during this time. So it's nice to do something special and different.
I don't. So, I'm totally gonna play this one more time. Probably gonna do it again later. Biggest thing is right now, I'm gonna start streaming on my own account once I turn 13, because that is when I can legally stream on Twitch. So it's probably not going to be the day of my birthday, but possibly a couple days after or something. I'm going to be streaming on Twitch. My Twitch is I think it's Maria Land.
Well, depends on what you get, right?
Huh?
Or do you have a Twitch to view? Did you end up setting up a one to be able to watch videos?
What do you mean?
Do you already have a Twitch account that you're
Yes.
able to view on? Oh, cool.
I already have one set up.
Oh, that's right. We got you set up so that you weren't following people on my account. So I don't want to watch all of your.
That's obvious, but things like these are stuff that one remembers for the rest of their lives. Yeah. I just realized it has,
What?
It's just, there's no like,
No teeth on it all the way down, it just has the teeth at the very bottom.
yeah. I'm only realizing this now.
Yeah. I don't know how visible that'd actually be, but what she's talking about is the fact that these are a big standoff screw with only being threaded on the very tip. So, with the delay and not being able to see the screen we're streaming from, I hope that that focused in. I apologize if it didn't.
Kinda sucks that one of our cameras died.
Yeah.
Plug in the bell.
Do that. Sorry if I create a little bit of noise here. This camera is kind of up against the microphone.
Yeah, I'm excited to start streaming on Twitch. And I am ready for the battle.
Oh, it focused. Thank you.
Okay, can you do the last like Titans?
Yeah, of course.
I'm like
I'm doing it across this guy.
off my hands, right?
Nice job, by the way, getting the chat up on the screen. That makes it a lot easier. If we do something like this in the future, what we should do is actually get your new computer, do a video run up there so we can see your live stuff. You did a good job with these. You want them tight, but if you cinch them down too hard, you actually squish the little rubber pads that they have. If
Yeah.
you squish them too much, then they don't do their job. They become as rigid as the plastic that they're attached to, and you no longer get the dampening of sound that it would be giving otherwise. Okay, so let's see. Let's get this radiator in here. That way we can pop the front back on and not have to worry about that anymore. Steal the twisties from these. I mentioned this at the very beginning, but we have a few more people in our various locations now. We're not going to put a huge focus today on cable management. Not to worry, that's definitely going to happen in the final bits of this build. The first time Ray's actually been directly involved in a build like this, and so the idea right now is to make sure that we get the hardware in correctly and that the system actually powers up correctly. And so that is our goal. We do have another prior engagement coming up in hour-ish. So if things go a little long, we might have to hold off and maybe pick up on the build later this evening or tomorrow. But for now, the idea is to get everything working. So what we're going to do, kiddo, is we're going to slide that guy in here. And I made sure it fit. I did a dry fit, but you get to do this. So I'm going to bring this back up.
Oh my god.
One of the things, I tied this off to try and help hold that on there. We want to try and make sure that keeps on there. Worst case, we do have more, see the gray on there that kind of smeared a little bit?
Yeah.
That is, what that does is that helps transfer the heat from your processor to this heat sink here, the copper that's here. Copper is one of the better heat conductors out there. So it transfers the heat really well. But I did, just in case, get a little bit more thermal paste, more Arctic silver there that we can use if we accidentally take too much off. We might put a little dollop on there where it got bumped when I was moving it around.
Okay.
Alright, so when this goes in, we go hoses down and hoses forward. So the hoses are going to poke this way and kind of come up here, okay? And then this is going to sit in here. To get it in, you kind of have to angle it in at a bit of an angle
Wait,
and
which
slide it
piece
up.
is going down?
This is bottom, and these hoses are going to point this way, okay? And you might have to angle it a little bit to get it to fit in there right.
Okay, do you want me to start?
Yep.
Do you know how bad I'm gonna feel here? Is it okay if I touch the bottom?
Of course, of course. You're not going to hurt anything there. The only thing I was saying is you don't want to jab it really hard with a steel screwdriver. So, you have to pick it up. That's fine. That's fine. And put the butt of it in. No,
Butt of it in?
yeah, and you're going to have to angle it fans down. There you go, like that. Perfect. And here, get a little cut there. There we go. Look at that. Slide it in, and that's that. Perfect job. Okay.
Do you want me to rest
So-
this up here for
Before we do too much, we've got these fans. This one will come underneath. So the next cable for the fan, this guy,
Mm-hmm.
we can get it here. Can you kind of hold it where I'm kind of sliding it in there?
Wait,
I'm kind of putting the end. There's a hole right here. Do you see my finger?
yeah.
If you can bring it to where that hole is. We can do that too. Is that coming out? Does that look clean when we come out there?
Yeah.
Or we could keep it, if we go this way, this is why I was doing it the other way. If we go through this hole here where my finger's at, then you'll
Wait,
never
what?
see it.
Where?
See where my finger is?
No.
Turn it. No, look right there. Look over here. Over here. Over here. Right there.
Wait, that hole. Wait, what? I didn't realize there was a hole back there.
So if you can come over here with it. Close.
trying to-
Close.
Wait,
Yeah, we can even do the slide
Wait.
out a little bit.
wait, let me see. I need to see
Yeah.
the hole.
Does that help?
Where is
Put
it?
my finger there. Okay, perfect. Really right there. Sometimes it's a lot easier as a two-person job. Perfect. And we got that one in. So where's the other one? Because we'll do the same thing right about here.
Let's see, this one's easier because I can actually see your finger.
Oop. And see what we've done there is we've helped for our cable management later in the cleanup. So we might be doing a focus on cable management today, but it doesn't mean that we can't take a few steps to make our lives easier in the future. All right, so I'm gonna swing this guy around.
Do you want me to put this inside?
Yeah, just take it. Just fine like that.
Wow.
Oh, I think we were sliding the stands around. There should be a few. Oh, they're there. Okay, cool.
I've already had a heart attack and a half.
Okay, so these guys are for this. So looks like we're on the inside. And this isn't like we'll probably put 6 screws in. We don't necessarily need to use all of these.
All like 15.
So-
where?
Why don't you start with this one up here? And get it good and started. I think that's going to be about all we're super worried about at the moment.
So
The other way, other way.
I've had to twist left in some
Okay.
cases.
Good enough. Now let's do that with this one here. I can't really get this any farther out of the way, sorry, those cables.
Fudge. Let me put it on with this thing mechanism.
Sorry, it's not the greatest angle for you guys.
We'll show you that after.
That bite?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Now let's go ahead and do the bottom ones. So, I can just see the paint peel up. Okay, and that one there.
Whoever did this paint job, they did bad.
Oh, they actually did a great job. It looks gorgeous. See, look at the white on white. Isn't that nice? Most of it's gonna be hidden, unfortunately, but
Really?
I like it.
Well,
I have
see,
to-
really, because you have to prove me wrong and everything.
I have to get pushed a little bit harder to get to break the paint. Push harder. There you
I'm
go.
pushing as hard as I can!
And I now only have functional hearing out of my left ear. Why don't you try, that might be a little bigger screw. Try this guy. Can't use the one I hand you. Not even 13 yet. Already getting defiant. My goodness. There goes the paint. See how it peeled up there? Chipped off right there. That's
Die,
good.
paint, die.
Bite yet?
No.
Weird.
Are you sure we don't have to go left?
Is it? Nah, left you Lucy right, Chetty.
Yeah.
It's just having a tough time biting.
Everything likes you more than me.
Nah, I just have more experience doing some of this stuff. So if we want to keep things nice and tight, what we can do is we can do one more set, or we can do 2 more sets, and then it'll keep, I know that you like your symmetry. So, I would say do bottom, bottom, top, top then maybe?
Sure.
And to be
No,
fair,
sure.
like father, like daughter in that one.
What?
I like my symmetry too. Yeah, that one just had more paint in the hole. That one did pretty quick. Okay.
Pretty bad paint job.
I don't know if they survived all the COVID stuff this year. Do you want? Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Never mind.
I don't want.
Never mind.
Huh.
But there's a place over on the other side of the river that does powder coat painting like this. And so if you want,
Trying to break through the.
yeah,
See it dig in.
in the future we could always, there's cases that are just kind of uniform and designed to be taken
Sorry.
apart. There's no
Yeah.
rivets. Try another screw now. Maybe one that's got, you'll get lucky and we'll have a little bit more bite. Want me to get this one started?
Watch, you're gonna get this one started and it's gonna let you in right away.
No, don't worry, you listen to it first.
Are you kidding me?
It's because I've got my finger right behind it and I feel comfortable pushing really hard.
Are
Okay.
you kidding me?
So now we have to decide kind of how we want this
I
to
quit.
ride in here. My thought is,
Just let it sit to the ground.
let's get a couple of these screws, like the 2 top ones, in the rest of the way.
Can I?
Yep. Make sure you're straight on, that's part of it too. If you're not straight onto that screw, it'll actually make it easier for it to pop out. It changes the little angles on the inside of the screw where it's touching.
Alakazam. Tighten
Okay,
yourself.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, that's exactly where we want it. Get this one to that same point. You know what's funny? All the electronics, all the crazy technical stuff needs to happen, and I swear to do a good system build. The toughest part
It's
is all the little screws.
screws! Screw you, screws!
It's amazing how much work it takes just to get all these screws in. And we've
I have
got,
sore wrists tomorrow.
yep.
Dang it, I need my wrist too to play video games.
Priorities. Okay.
Yeah, video games priority.
So let's get this so it's not resting straight down. We're not all the way up.
I got her ready for
So
when she
let's squish those cables. How about we get things aligned right with that top there? You like that?
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm holding it, so go ahead and tighten it the rest of the way. I've got it in,
Oh,
I've got it in
the
place.
top
Yep.
ones?
Yep. That's okay, you're fine. You're good. It just went across
Smashed
it.
a little bit.
No, you just went across it, you're
Now I
fine.
smashed a little bit right there.
I saw it.
I smashed a little bit. Oh no, the whole thing's ruined. So sad.
It's alright. You've never had liquid damage inside of a computer before, you're fine.
Huh?
So you've never had liquid damage inside of a computer before, you're fine. You totally didn't spill a glass of water through the fan hole in the top of a computer a couple of years ago.
At this point, he's just trying to out me. It was a couple of years ago, to be fair, before I actually even knew like
It's
what
amazing.
computers actually like completely were.
It's amazing how much a fan spreads water across an entire system. Make sure every single component inside that computer gets
It was
wet.
the smallest amount of water.
Didn't look like it when I tore the thing apart.
It was a little bit of leftovers in
To
a
be-
cup that I had near my desk.
To be fair, I recovered just about every single component in that computer. It took a little bit of work,
He's a tech.
complete teardown. Luckily,
Me crying
There
like
was a couple-
15 times, worried that like my whole life was over because all I did was spend time
remember
on
that
the
thing when I said don't jab this with a steel screwdriver? Maybe stop laughing before you get. Yeah, it was actually. Luckily, it was the shorts, but nothing fried. Like we didn't lose any components. Completely. There were some longevity issues. The video card didn't last much longer. It was already a 5-year-old card, 6-year-old card. I was older than that.
Actually, this is, I think, the biggest thing I will own so far that wasn't a hand-me-down. Because I got my dad's old computer, the computer I use right now. You can probably hear it in the background. It's very, very loud fans. That used to be his, but then he gave it to me.
Although we replaced most of the components, like I said, there wasn't a lot of longevity after the water
Well,
damage, but
Yeah. After we replaced most of the stuff because it didn't last very long. To be fair, it was already a pretty old computer.
yeah, it was.
Like I said, it was his for a while. Then he gave it to me. I had it for a couple years. Then we pretty much replaced almost everything.
Alright, 2 more.
And when it comes to phones, I've only owned one phone ever. 2.
2. Well, I guess it depends if you count that phone, that old phone. It was like pre-smartphone phones, or maybe it was an old like
It was an
locked
old
down
one.
Android, but
The
that Grandma
one-
and Grandpa gave you
Yeah, that.
that you lost like 2 seconds later.
I had my first phone when I was, I think, 6 or 7. And it was something that my grandparents bought me. It was an old Android. And I had it for a couple of years, but right before we were, about half a year to a year before we were going to move from our old house, I lost it in the couch. We never found it. Like, it's been years and years and years afterwards. And we still haven't found it.
I mean, we don't have those couches anymore.
Yeah, I
Was
think
it-
it ended up in
remember
the
the
dump,
old-
probably.
The old blue couches.
I thought it was in the white couches downstairs.
We didn't get those.
But then I got an old hand-me-down phone from my mom.
That feels pretty solid. So, I'm gonna just-
But then I have my own phone now.
Alright, so we gotta line these back up.
It's like you're on the edge. It's not gonna.
Oh, thank you. Now push it.
Are you trying to like put the edge with it? Jesus.
Yeah. Alright, so we now have
Those
that
weird
massive,
fans.
massive water cooler in there.
Can we shut them on us?
Yeah, let me swing it around this way. So, hopefully that will show this off. Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
So this is the water cooler, and the fans that Maria just installed. It's screwed in on the front of this, which we just put the panel back on. You won't see those screws, which they were with the paint thing. The screws got a little beat up. Normally that would bug me if those were going to be visible because the paint got scratched off them. I might actually touch it up, but because they're hidden, it's not a big deal. So now the water cooler's ready to go, and so now what we need to do is we need to put the standoffs, which are these guys, on the back of the case here so that the motherboard will match. And so there's a bunch of different holes here. You can see from the back side too. All these holes are the potential locations the standoffs can go. So we need to determine which holes we need to use. So let's lay this guy flat.
And also real fast.
Unfortunately, with the missing the other camera, we're not gonna be able to see this as well. I could take it off of us and put the camera down on the build. Swing it over real quick.
Sure.
Okay.
Also, just real fast while we're doing this, if you're from Twitch, my YouTube is Gaming with Maria Land, and then you can go into the description of my stream right now because we're multi-streaming. Sorry about the noise, but if you are from Twitch, you can go to my YouTube, which is Gaming with Maria Land, capital G, capital W, capital M, no spaces, and see what's it called? My stream over there, and over there in the description I have the link to my Twitter, and then I have my TikTok name, which is also, or it's .marialand, and then if you are from YouTube, if you look in the description, you can also see my Twitch and then the other things that I mentioned.
Okay, so let's get these standoffs going. So the first thing to do, and this is how I usually do this, is I do a dry fit. So, take your board, slide it in so that this will actually kind of clip in, so don't actually put it all the way in. But you're paying attention, remember, these holes across, these ones and these ones. Now real quick, I'm going to show you something.
Those pokies hurt.
Yeah, that's why you hold the edge. Notice how all the holes are lined up across? If you can line up just these three side ones here,
Yeah.
then we just know that we need to go across for the rest of them.
Wait, can I see?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't understand where I'm supposed to be putting this.
Okay, so this is going to be set down right down here
Mm-hmm.
with this front piece here, so the angle is just in.
This is so.
And you see all these holes here?
Yeah.
We have to figure out which ones of those are for these standoffs.
You're kidding me, right?
Nope.
This is gonna. I'm gonna fail this.
I'll give you a hint. This is your first one right here.
What do you mean? How do you
Because it's this one, and this one, because they're the ones on this side. So, that's okay. Set this in there, and let's see. So I usually hold, what I do is, if you look
From
here,
the edges?
with this metal piece, you can actually grip it right here,
Like
and then
that?
just kind of hold the edge a little bit there. There you go.
So like this?
Yep. Perfect. Good job angling. You can kind of set it down on things. It's not going to hurt anything. You just don't want to drop it hard or squish it in anything. So once you've got it lined up,
I'm not sure if I have it lined
you're pretty darn close.
up. Just letting you know, the flash might be a little bit. It might act a little weird, but I'm going to use. I can't see the holes through here. Trying to see if I can. Oh. I can see the hole on here.
Okay. Perfect. So,
But I can't tell if you can see the hole from there. Hole. Hole.
here. When in doubt. Little teeny. There's the hole.
Can I go?
Yeah. So,
Do you want
that
me to
should
check
give,
this one?
yeah, and if you can kind of find it here close, just kind of give it a little bit of. Okay, go. It's in the right spot now. Go ahead. All right, and that should give the right general location. Then just move it on there. Again, push on it a little bit. What you're doing is actually giving it little teeny scratches. Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. Pull this guy out.
Oh my god, that flash is bright on there.
Okay.
Sorry for viewers.
Okay, I'm not setting it on the felt. Okay, so
The first one is there.
Wait, do we have to put like screws through them?
Yeah. So, and so it's gonna be these three right down here. Okay? And we might deal with some of the same issues
What?
that we dealt with before
What?
with the,
The screwing?
yeah.
Okay, let me see. Oh, I need the screwdriver.
So if you wanna be able to actually screwdriver it in, that's what this is for. That slides right over the top and it's got the Phillips screwdriver end. Kinda cool, huh?
Wait, so I put it over it? Then? What do I do? Put it over it?
Yeah, so what I do is set it over the top of it first, then use the screwdriver. There you go. Just make sure it's good and tight.
Left or right? Here I believe it's left.
It's this way.
Left. That's weird because sometimes we have to do them like backwards.
Here.
Are these like black things supposed to be on top?
What do you find out?
Little black caps?
Like the one you just put on there?
Yeah.
No. You just slide that. Well, there's only one of them. Take it off and then you can use it for the next one.
Oh wait, what? Oh wait, what? Wait.
Oh, so that's a standoff, so that one won't get a screw.
So sorry if this is like super out of hand. Our camera died.
We have an older digital SLR that we were using to give Maria a second view that we can kind of adjust the focus on, which was nice. But
it has a shorter battery.
one of the batteries did that, bounce, bubble out and try to explode kind of thing. So we had to
Get rid of it.
get rid of it.
So now we're stuck to one battery, which does not have very much at all. Can only last, what, an hour-ish?
Yeah, we're doing this stuff, and we don't have the adapter for that old camera to actually just direct plug it in, so we only get the battery life out of it. Eventually, if we get the right camera, we'll probably use all the same lenses, which should be great.
Eventually, if I do get into like streaming,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm going to stream obviously, but if I get into it where I'm doing it like daily and stuff, just as to the side of school,
Yep.
we should look into getting another camera.
You can consider that. I also got that one webcam, that kind of cheaper one, that I was using for work until actually work ended up supplying me with one. And so if that one would work for some of your stuff, the
What
cool
if it
thing
would work as another webcam, as a hand cam?
it
That's
might.
the
One
biggest-
one of the interesting things with it, which actually might be counterintuitive to that, is the fact that it's got a wide angle on it instead of a kind of a zoomed in.
See, that would work for my.
Like right now, actually, that might not be half bad for the view that we were doing with this camera before.
See this? That would be good for like hand cam.
It'd be a whole desk cam. You get them all?
Will you go in and check?
Yeah, did you do these ones here
Yeah.
and here as well?
Yes.
Well, I'm sure it's fine. It doesn't.
Will you check just real fast?
I'm just gonna spot check a couple of them. Great. Great. That's it. Nice job. Okay. So, go ahead and set this guy in. So the one thing that you have is this hole right here. So just so we can see it too. This hole here is actually gonna match up with this pin that's sticking up here.
Okay.
So that one will just kind of fall in. And this might kind of snap in a little bit when it comes through this hole here. Okay?
Wait, is that cord supposed to be there?
Which cord? That is this guy's cord up here. Let me see if I can pinch that up underneath so it'll stay out of the way. There we go. Good catch, because that would have been a pain in the butt to get out of the way.
I can't get it. Like it's a little bit off center. Am I
It's 'cause
missing?
this piece here.
Isn't going in fully?
Oh, that. Is that?
Or because of the cord? I can hold the cord.
It's absolutely the cord. Hold on, let me get it out first. Okay, there it is.
Two-man job.
And lots of things like this are all easier with two people. When I'm doing jobs like this at work, I mean, a little bit different, we're talking. Okay, it's you can just let it go for now, I can rest. When I'm doing jobs like this at work, I will, get help as well. Okay, so, moving things back and forth. Misplaced. Some screws.
Is this gonna be in time to, what's it called?
What?
Is this going to be made in time for me to use it tonight?
We'll see. We'll have a little more work to do, but maybe if Mom's okay.
Because we still have to download everything.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have it downloading one night. But at the same time, doesn't that mean we have to like relocate my other computer?
Yes. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just putting little screws in. If I can, I'm starting them. If I can't, I'm not. And you can go through and you can tighten them
And
all
he
up.
asked how many more parts.
1 million.
Like seriously.
Because
I'm even wondering that.
I mean,
We have
we've got the power supply and the video card after we get the
how
screws out of
long
the way.
do you think those two will take?
Plus, we have to do some cabling.
How long do you think those two will take?
It really kind of depends.
What do you think?
If things go well, maybe 20 minutes. If things don't go well, it might be tomorrow. What time is it?
5:43. We might have to cut this a little early.
Okay, screws are in. So, here, oh, missing one.
So we might have to do a part 2 tomorrow
We have
or later tonight because
prior obligation.
we have do they or no?
We'll just say prior obligation. We're babysitting.
Yeah. Just a really
Okay,
really close.
they're all started. So, no, I missed one.
No, I missed one. Oh no. You like failed.
Oh
It's a me mal. Woohoo! Woohoo!
no! Among
Aha!
other things, what this does is it actually helps ground the board to the case, which means it helps with making sure electric shocks don't ruin things. Minor ones, like from static electricity. All right, kiddo, go ahead. That's one thing we probably should talk about a little bit more. With the way we've been doing things and leaning, we have been leaning on things. Plus, Maria's barefoot, too, which will help. She's not wearing rubber soles, which helps with not generating as much static. Because static electricity can ruin things. We're not wearing wrist. There's wrist straps and stuff we can wear to help protect with that. I'm not super concerned.
What's going on? What are you talking about?
Ruining. So you know how when you touch a doorknob and you've got static built up and it shocks and hurts.
that shock can be powerful enough to potentially ruin computer components. So that's one of the reasons for these screws. There's why there's so many is they actually help ground the board to the case so that it can dissipate that kind of electric shock. Tighten all these bolts up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Where? What bolts? These?
Yeah.
I have like the shakiest hands ever.
And take the rest of the stuff and pack it up. So we go into the box. Build box. Again, the nice thing about doing this is if you ever need parts later for any of your stuff, you're upgrading or whatever, you can go and you can check it out.
Okay.
Yep.
Real fast. If anybody's watching right now, have any of you guys here watched the full thing? Wait, how many bolts are there?
What?
How many bolts are there?
There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total.
8?
8.
I'm only. Oh. Say I've only seen 4. I know what 6 are. Oh, wait, what? I know where 7 are. No, I know where all 8 are.
There you go. It actually came with a few zip ties too. We did buy zip ties and Velcro to help with cable management. Again, not going to stress about
Also,
that
aren't
today.
we gonna add RGB?
We
Or
are.
RGB in anything here?
Yeah, so there's RGB in the cooler. There's RGB in the board. And there is RGB in the video card. So we'll see how that looks, and one of the future projects might be is running some RGB in the case to kind of make it look cool. But again, not today. We'll probably do that in the future build.
Can we do it like tomorrow?
There they are. Yeah.
Come on.
We'll see. We'll see.
I wanna have it ready for when she comes. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so that is all of the primary cabling components. Let's do the power supply. Actually, no, let's get the water cooler on. I don't like it hanging the way that it is. So this
I don't trust myself with that.
isn't that bad. This thing looks really cool. Thank you again to my buddy Adam for
Being amazing and giving us something
Yes.
that was like a lot better than the thing that we were going to get. Hooray!
so
You were speaking too fast, so I had to like finish it for you.
yes. Trying to decide the way the hoses are wanting to move. Easiest way to do this might end up being try and tuck some of that down a little bit. Bring it across this
Why
way.
am I always imagining computers to be like one thing here, the next 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 thing here?
Because computers seem like the kind of thing that are orderly, and they are orderly, but just also designed to be compact. And it's the compact nature of them that actually makes them a little bit more difficult. So there should be a bag here for this. Where did we set it? There it is.
What?
There should be a bag that has the parts in it for this part of the install. Intel and AMD did that part. The Intel, it's gonna be like this, kiddo.
Interesting.
And it should be sitting somewhere close. You see it floating over there?
I lost you to your phone. Oh, there we are. I just buried it accidentally when I was cleaning up. Okay, so these are the parts we need for this. So the way that this works, kiddo, is these guys. See how they have the M4 again?
Hmm?
See how they have the M4 hole again?
Yeah.
So they're gonna go on here,
And
and then when this goes down, it's going to screw into those holes. Okay, does that make sense?
I guess.
So after that goes on, you put these screws on like this.
Okay.
Okay, so here's another one of those for the other side.
Like just finger or like
Get it get as tight as you can with your finger, and then it does have a little Phillips bit on it, so you can potentially tighten up just a little bit more.
Wait, which one am I supposed to put?
Like that. There you go. There's that one. Perfect. And that goes on there. And that guy falls to the floor.
We'll be able to do that.
I thought it was going to go through. This goes in the build box. Okay. So these screws. Oh, I went more. No. Okay, let's see. It's not all that bad. I'm real hesitant though with those little gaps to not put a little bit of glue on there. Back over here. Alright. So Quicksilver. Thermal paste. So, our thermal compound. What this is designed to do is help make sure the heat transfers optimally. I'm not going to put very much on here. I'm just going to supplement where it got bumped a little bit, and it'll squish down. And the only reason for it is I want to make sure it's got good contact. Now this stuff can, depending on the type you get, be conductive, which means that it can actually touch between two pieces of metal and cause a short. What a short does is it, see, there we go.
What does short do?
A short can cause things to like spark, kind of like I was talking about with the static
Cause
electricity.
fire.
Yeah. Not fire.
It's scary. Should I just like not be here for this?
No, you're good.
I'm
No. There's nothing like that, Scott. But I just mean that like if a little bit got in the wrong spot, it'd act like water in the case.
But there's bet.
Right, which is why we have to be careful.
So I'll let you do.
I'm trying to decide the easiest way to get this thing, and
You
I'm
do this
thinking,
piece.
unfortunately, it's gonna be over the memory. Not the biggest fan. Oh, those will twist, so that's good to know. Maybe I can then bring this around like this. Twist these out this way. Like that. To eventually get
There's a
a
runaway
back.
screw over here.
Yeah, that's gonna happen a lot. There's a lot of extra bits and bobs for the different build types. Okay, kiddo. You see this piece right here?
What piece? This piece?
The screw right here.
Yeah.
Am I close to the hole?
You're off. Oh, you're this way a little bit. You're closer. No. Right there. Maybe
Okay,
a little
try
bit back. Maybe a little bit backwards you're missing. No.
Will you try and see if you can get the screw in?
How do I screw it?
Oh, I see what you're saying. There. Push down like that. A little bit. Okay, once it bites, let me know. Okay, that bit.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Do the same thing here. Just hit. Sorry.
I can't see very well.
I know, I realized that, which is why I asked. Okay. So, that is that piece. Goes in and back and underneath. I'd like to get them off of the memory. I can. That might end up being it. We'll use some Velcro to clean that up a little bit. I think that'll work. Okay. So, that's a really cool looking water cooler. We're gonna have to clean it up a little bit. I got a little bit of thermal paste on it. I like the look of that. Look at that thing. Big hose coming off of it. Okay. The next question is, how well will these things fit with what's next, which is your video card.
Oh no.
So
Which one's video card?
that is that
Video?
guy, yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Can I open?
Yeah.
I need space to open.
Let's move some things. And we'll face that. That.
Oh.
So, if anyone has done any kind of PC part shopping right now, you'll know that it's very, very hard to get your hands on the latest processors and video cards. So, we did do last gen for both, but we built with the idea that we can
Upgrade.
easily upgrade in the future.
This is the piece. Voila. No. This is.
So this is a Radeon 5600 XT, probably a similar equivalency to a 2060 if you are building with the other architecture. We decided to go ahead and do an AMD through and through build this time. I've had mixed success with the drivers with these guys, but I am very hopeful with this build. Because we spent some time making sure that everything
I don't know how I'm supposed to
matched
hold
up
this thing.
really well. Parts
Can I hold
wise.
this back?
Yeah, you can hold just like you're fine, yeah. So what I would go ahead and do is, even though it does mean potentially getting fingerprints and stuff, let's go ahead and peel the plastic off now. Sometimes it's really hard to get this plastic off once it's in the case. This is outside the motherboard, like one of the biggest pieces you're gonna put in. I guess that water cooler is pretty big.
Well,
But this takes up a lot of space in the open space of your case. And this is going to make a determination. We'll either have to run the water cooling, try to run it behind it, or we're going to have to run it over the top.
see, I was going to try to open this like satisfyingly. I don't know how to say that. Just more of a satisfying way. Did I succeed at doing that? No. It's because I'm like, I just want to build it. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, that's nice.
Let's try to get it off.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Okay, there's a little cap here, which we'll remove momentarily.
Okay, so first things first, you need to make room for it. So do you remember where I said, here, let's move this box out of the way. Do you remember where I said this card installs on your board?
Can I try?
This was like an hour and a half ago. Yeah, just lay it down again.
Ow. I don't know how. Like this? Okay.
Okay,
Actually, can we turn it the other way?
this is probably the easiest way to do this. Do you remember where I said this thing installs on the board?
Like on here?
Yeah.
Right.
That is correct, the silver one. So when this lines up onto the silver one, which is right about
There.
there, you can see that these two stands need to come out.
Okay.
Okay? It also tells me the water cooling.
Can I start taking these out?
Yes.
This computer build's gonna be cool. Like, oh my god, this is so much work up to it. So remember that he has built computers before. I've never even like touched the inside of one, I don't think. I don't think I've touched one of these parts separately before. I don't think I have.
No, the last video card. You can help me with that.
No,
After your video card died? We got two more video cards. We got the little one that was just like, can get it tomorrow budget purchase. Now these little metal slats will slide out. Slats will slide out. My tan got tumbled. We'll still need those screws though. Alright.
Wait, do I not need these anymore?
Nope, you don't need those. We'll put them in the build box. Go ahead and pull the little plastic cover off. Just grab it, yank. There you go. And that exposes the pins. This guy has one of these guys as well. So go ahead and push that down. And then you need to make sure that you get that. So one of the nice things is, see this has another heat sink on the back, which is actually really cool. It helps keep things cooled off. That's going to, so you just grip it and slide it down and you get that in just right. And the water cooling might get in the way and a bunch of other stuff, so we're just gonna have to kind of play this one by ear.
Trying to find it. I can't find it. Can you get it in?
It
It's fine if you
is
did.
there. I'm just not pushing it down yet because the water cooling.
It's like in a complete way.
a little
Just
bit.
put it,
It's kind
just
of
run
ugly.
it over it.
Kind of,
Why not just run it over it, like on
it's
top
gonna
of
look
it?
ugly.
I don't think you can put it underneath it. Unless you're able to get it, I don't know how you're gonna get it. I'll let you mess with that.
We're running behind. How about like that? Oh man, it's up against those fans though. I think we're gonna have to just, you're right, we're gonna have to rest up over the top. That's unfortunate. We can still kind of zip it together and make it look as clean as we can. I might be able to, you know what, I got one last idea, actually. Clipped in, not being all the way in. I hate it when that happens. Alright. Okay. The other thing might be is I might actually be able to tuck them into this wire management section and have them pass underneath. Since we don't need these, if you take a look at them, since we don't need these ports here, and because these ports are for drives,
Yeah.
and the other stuff's back here that we'll need, which can come through here. Won't need those. We can kind of
Push that back while we have to put the other one down.
Yeah, just let it kind of take over that back area. All right. So look at it from here. I'm gonna turn this for you. Do it like that, but look that direction, that side. And up and in right there. You'll be able to see exactly what you're doing.
I got it.
Okay.
Do I just push it down?
Push it down.
Clipped.
That's a little bit. Screw it in there and there.
I'll have to put the screw to it.
Sorry. Let's do it back here. Other way. Okay, go ahead and put the other one in. It's a little bit harder to do this without a magnetic screwdriver. Ever run into issues using a magnetic screwdriver? But the idea of sticking something magnetic inside the case bugs me.
Can I get on the table?
Yeah, jump up there.
Feeling it. Why do we need a magnetic?
Yeah, because you can just stick it on a screwdriver if you have one and just go.
Oops. God, I'm feeling this.
Sounds like that might be the kids. Other way, other way.
I have to break through the paint. I swear to God. Oh, you're gonna see my feet. Sorry about that. I want it not straight. How the frick did they get these in? Let me know if you want me to use the screwdriver.
It's because the one metal standoff is. Okay, screw that in. This way. Oh. The screwdriver does have a little bit of magnetism to it. There you go.
This is just annoying at this
This way.
point. Thank you.
Okay, so the last major component of this build is the power supply,
Mm-hmm.
and then
This? Oh my God. That is heavy. Okay, so do you want me to just move the camera just a little bit to help me unbox it?
Here, there you go.
I'm just gonna stay on the table. Okay. Booklet. Lots of cabling. Oh my God.
That's okay. It is called a modular, semi-modular power supply. I'll pull that piece out. That's the piece that matters. By semi-modular, it means that the core piece that runs the motherboard is attached. All the peripheral cables we attach as we can. Go ahead and pull that plastic off. And I probably gotta get downstairs here pretty quick, so let's do this last part quick. We'll get the hardware installed, And then, it'll be up to Maria whether or not we decide to do, the cable runs.
Can I hold it by the cable like this
Yeah,
for a second?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
We
On
must save
camera or
this.
not. So, this is actually a really cool piece of this case, something that I haven't had before. I think we can use this hole here, make this easier. So, we get to take the back off of the case
Wait,
and
what?
actually align this thing
Don't make it off.
for the insulation. So there should have been in there a little box of screws, I hope. If not, we've got some extras. Little banging screws. Perfect.
Oh my god!
Alright, so 1, 2, 3.
Wait, what? Where?
1, 2, 3. Actually, we can do a fourth one right there.
There's 4.
Yep. Now, what we're doing is this panel came off, so let me slide this over so you can see it. Came off, it was right here on this case. Once we screw it on here, we'll be able to just slide the whole thing in. It's actually one of the easiest things I've ever seen here. Just put that, start that screw in that hole. And that'll be our first one. You don't even need this piece on there because it'll slide on. Just don't get it super, super tight.
I do.
Okay. Done. Now we're aligned for the rest. And I just tighten it, but don't tighten it like extremely tight. So it'll still slide a little bit for the other screws. I think that's good enough. We'll get the rest later. Go ahead and okay. So
Make them
that
tight.
gives us a little bit of looseness, which is actually probably a good thing to begin with, because we want to be able to adjust this as we go. Now we've got two different choices here on which direction we want the air to flow. Feel that one?
Wait.
I got it there. I intentionally put it where. You're a dork.
What? It is for your guys'
So-
satisfaction.
Insane.
Huh.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and drop this in now. So this just slides into the seat. Right in. Think. I'm gonna screw this right in. That is really cool.
Wait, can I screw?
Yeah.
My build, my screw.
Yeah, please do.
No.
Alright,
I
so
stabbed myself with this.
go tighten those up. Yep. No, that's in. Don't worry about that. Don't that just be tighten hand tighten. It's those.
Check. That's as much as I could get to go.
Okay.
So is this the end of the build? How much more?
This is gonna be the end of it for now because I have to stop.
Yeah, but like, how much more of the build do we have to do? Because was it that the last piece, which means we're done, like completely? Good.
Just one sec. Okay. So that'll be your choice, and what I would suggest is, I believe Maria's shared her Twitter stuff. Why don't you just tweet it out if you decide you want to do the second part of this
Yeah. If
stream?
you're from YouTube, go into the description of the video and click on the link that says Twitter for the Twitch people. And if you just don't want to do the link, just go to Twitter and search up Marialand _ with capital M, and you guys should find me there. I think the only tweets that I have right now are just some retweets of some people that I like watching.
Okay. Otherwise, subscribe and you'll see when her streams next pop up.
Or follow if you're from Twitch.
And I think we'll call that there. So,
Real fast. Let me.
what we've got the video card in, water cooler in, memory, processor under the water cooler, hard drive down there, the radiator for that water cooler, and power supply installed. Next thing we need to do is we need to get power to these two components here. So there's a couple of spots here
Are we
and
going
over
to do
here for the motherboard, here for the video card. And then all these fans will have cables routed to the back here, where we will do all the wire management components. And all these guys will need to get connected. And one of the other pieces that we have to do is we've got these little connections here that will then run all of your controls up here and the power button so that they actually work. One of the most difficult parts can actually be configuring these, but a cool surprise with this motherboard is it actually has a standoff that you pre-connect all the wires to, so all I have to do is plug it into the board, and that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. So, alright, I think that'll do it.
Make sure to follow / subscribe. And if you want to go to my YouTube, it's Gaming with Merlin. If you want to go to my Twitch, it is Marialand. Thank you guys for watching. My birthday is on the 21st. So, and thank you guys all too who said happy birthday to me. Thank you guys for watching. We might do a part 2. I'm not sure yet. But if we do, go follow my Twitter, which is Marialand _ or the link in the description for my YouTube. Make sure to leave a like and turn on notifications. Also make sure to go follow my TikTok, .Marialand